What's up, everybody? The Fide Ice Flips here. Today we're talking about this little cool knife, the Maxace Serpent Striker V3, which I'm gonna review. Yeah, unboxing experience and all that kind of thing, and some specs probably. The channel titanium polysong with G10 scales, titanium spacers. I believe is a 1428CN steel. I don't know if that's how you say it. I don't know too much about blade steels, but that's the blade steel. And yeah, on a bushing system, and it comes with a latch and pocket clip. In the box it also comes with a bunch of different stuff, which I have right here. So it comes with a little microfiber cloth from Brandon Maxace. It comes with a trainer blade, which is this one. It's basically like a tuning fork. Also comes with a bunch on different hardware. There in there you can see the latch. It comes with extra normal screws, bushing washers, Zen pins, and more body screws, and all of this for $150. Yep, all this for $150. This is how the knife is, as you saw before. Yeah, some details on the G10, and this is the blade shape. Really beautiful blade shape. I think everybody's liking the blade shape so far. It's really sharp and pointy. It comes out of the box really sharp, so I would definitely say to be careful. But I really like this kind of like, it's like an harpoon, but I don't know, kind of looks like the Reaper, but it's really cool blade. Weight, it's about 4.3 ounces, so really lightweight. I would say something pretty standard for nowadays. I think it's something that a lot of people like, because it's a pretty sweet spot if you think about that. It's not too light, but at the same time not heavy at all, so it's a really good weight. Talk about some tolerances and sound tests. These are tolerances. Ow. So yeah, there is some little tap, little play. Bushing is a little oversized in one of the sides. I'm not sure which one. I don't really remember. It does come with extra bushings, so I'll say you can actually try to swipe them and see which one fits better, and then just sending them down so you can get, some better tolerances. Talk about some stuff still out of the box kind of thing, which is the latch and pocket clip, because it comes with both the latch and the pocket clip. You can take them off. I suggest to take off the latch. If you like the pocket clip, you can keep it on. It's titanium, so it's not gonna weigh too much, even though it was kind of getting into the way sometimes, I feel like. So if you're using this for flipping, I suggest to take the pocket clip off. Really easy to take the pocket clip off, which is really good. And overall, something that I want to say is that this polysong is really well built. And I really like the way they build this thing for a few reasons. First of all, being the latch system and the pocket clip system, which is really easy to remove. You just need to unscrew 2 screws and you pop it off. And to put it back, since the pivots that you see right here and this screw, it's originally holding the pocket clip, it's a little bit longer, so you need to swipe it with one of the ones that comes in the little hardware bag, and there you find the right size, so you can just sandwich knife back together without having any floppy hardware around. Other things about the building of this knife, the pivots are not a complete circle. The part that goes inside, it's not a complete circle like usually, but it's a circle, and then it has a little straight line. So you need to put it in a certain way to actually put it back together, which I don't know if it's a thing that helps with like pivot spinning and just the integrity of the knife, I guess. But it's not that bad. I mean, it's a little weird at first, but then when you get used to it, you just understand how to put it back together with no problem, and you can just do it back and forth with no problem. Another thing that I love about the splice song, and I love that they decided to do this, is the hidden Zen pins.
This ring, they're genius. They're not genius.
I like a lot the fact that they decided to go for hidden Zen pins. So basically the Zen pins are kind of like wrap Zen pins, but they don't have the screws. Basically, to take off the Zen pins, you had to unscrew all the main screws and open the sandwich, and then you can actually take them out and replace them. No screws connected to directly connected to the Zen pins, so that means that you don't need to crank them down, and they're not gonna affect tolerances at all, which is good, really good, because it's something less to do, you know, something less to worry about, you know, something that you don't really need to worry about at all. I had these screws for the G10. You can see inside, you can see the little end of the screw right there to hold the G10, and you do have the bottom screws, but those bottom screws and these screws are not gonna get as many vibration or just as much stress as something that could be a Zen pin screw. So this is really good, and I do like this thing a bunch also for that. I think they did a really good job for that. The G10 feels really good. It's really soft, it's not really dry. The details are really good. It gives grip without being rough. It's pretty good grip, and it's a really good G10. And the blade has a chamfer spine, which is pretty good. It's not a really thick blade, but it doesn't hurt, and actually it sharpens really well. I think it's really good feeling wise. I think it's a really comfortable body song, and it's really nice. The balance of this thing, it's definitely it's a slight endo bias. You do have some endo bias, of course, which is a good endo bias because it gives a really good weight for rollovers and all that, and choplins, you know, all that kind of momentum based tricks. And rollovers are really good with this. They're really nice, especially with the weight. It feels really flowy with the weight that it has, and the weight and the endo bias that it has. It feels really good. Weight distribution, it's interesting. You do have, of course, the spacers on the bottom, and for the blade, you do have some pretty good weight on the blade, and mostly the weight is all like focused on this area. Memory here, so you know, like, I'll use this wedge. No, wedge. I don't even fucking know. There is a little bit less weight towards the tip, so it's not directly tip weight, but it's just blade weight. Fans are okay. You can see there is some drag a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. It's not a lot of drag, and it's nothing crazy to me, so I wouldn't say it's bad fanning and it's a lot of like endo drag. It's just a little endo drag. It's nothing that's gonna affect your fanning too much. Something that you can find weird for fanning is also maybe the blade shape. The endo shape, because the endos are pretty flat on the faces. Let me do this. Just a little flat on the faces, and that could be something that can affect your fan ability, but the G10 is like round enough to make fanning good, so it's not that big of a deal. So flipping ability, it's pretty good. I think it's a really fun, light and flowy flipper. Like, it's really cool to flip. and it's not necessarily the best flipper ever. It's nothing comparable to something more competitive like a Kraken or anything like that. But it flips good, and it's a really fun flipper to me because it's light, you know, you can throw it around and do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's like sharp as fuck, that's for sure, but it's light and you can just toss it around and do a bunch of things and then just, you know, flip it. It's fun to flip. It's really fun to flip. And it's a good flipper. In my opinion, Maxace nailed it with this one because it's a really low priced balisong. If you're talking about, of course, original designs, because it's still a titanium G10 balisong, which is basically comparable to like a rep, if you think about that. A lot cheaper than a rep, probably different materials than a rep, I don't know. Tolerances are, I mean, okay, considering that some reps are not really good and some reps have tap and everything, but so yeah, I mean, you're getting something pretty good for the price. I think it's pretty damn solid for the price you're paying. Everybody say to buy this. Honestly, they're right. It's a really good balisong for the price, and it's something that doesn't cost too much, of course, as I said, like 300 times, and it's something that you can add to your collection, something fun that you can flip sometimes, and just something cool. I mean, it's literally just good. There is nothing wrong about this one. There is nothing that I would say that it's like a con about this. Everything you can say that it's a con about, it's mostly preference wise. A few little things at the end right now, kind of want to go over. Something that I forgot is the trainer blade. I tried the trainer blade. It's pretty alright. It's not too bad. It doesn't have a bunch of tip weight. It has more weight towards the end, and it's a little empty. So the balance with the trainer blade, it's a little bit more towards the handles or towards the middle. So it's not the best balance ever, but it's nothing too bad. It's something unflippable. So I do think the light blade, it's better balanced than the trainer blade. I think the light blade is just better. And holy shit, blood ammo. Ooh. Durability, that's the last thing that I kind of want to talk about. So yeah, amazing for the price. What do I think about durability? It is definitely a sandwich construction balisong, so it's not going to be as durable as a channel. Can this thing survive a beat? I think it can, because I mean, it's a sandwich, but at the same time it's pretty light. I don't think it's going to have too many problems about dropping and durability wise. Like, it's gonna be okay as a beater. I wouldn't say it's the best beater you can get. If you're looking for just a beater to beat a shit out of, I don't suggest this one probably, because still is a sandwich. The thing I'm mostly afraid of, it's the blade, because the point, the tip, it's really thin. Not too thin like a basilisk or anything like Jerry Ohm kind of thing, but like, is that basilisk with a thin blade? I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, it's a little thin, so maybe you can have some damage to the blade. But I don't think, I think it's alright as a beater. I wouldn't pick this one directly for beating, but if you want to have something just good and light to flip sometimes, so not 100% a beater, but I think it's gonna be okay for durability. The only con, only thing that I have to say at least, kind of pinches right here, because it's really close, and sometimes when you put the finger a little too much in, it's gonna pinch you. It's nothing crazy. It doesn't really happen every time. It happens sometimes, and it's okay. It's nothing that crazy to me. So I think Maxace is doing a really good job. I know now they have the Phantom for like $68 or something, which is a aluminum 7075 bushing system balisong, which is really interesting. I haven't bought it yet, or I didn't think about that, but Maxace is taking an interesting turn, and if the Phantom is good, then Maxace could be bringing in some really good budget trainers and light blades in the market for an original design.
Something that
Holds up pretty well, and something just good in general. I hope they're gonna still do the same thing, because they had the potential, and this is the direct example that they had the potential to do something that can possibly change the market in some way. You know, this thing is really good. I recommend it. Yeah, why not? It's really good. Guess it's time to go, so probably gonna edit this thing a little bit because I said some fucked up shit. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I guess I'll see you in the next one, guys. So yeah, bye.